and problem solvers from across the globe, each ready to present ideas that aim to address real-world challenges through creativity and innovation. This session is not just a presentation, but it is a platform where ideas are tested, refined, and recognized. By the way, I am Carl from the Philippines, and I will be the moderator for this online session. I am excited to witness the brilliance of our finalists. All right, so once again, just a gentle reminder to everyone, kindly rename your Zoom ID with the following format. So again, please rename your Zoom ID using the format as you can see on the screen, so that our team can easily identify you, especially if it's your turn to present later on, for the smooth flow of our program. And of course, don't forget to access this QR code for the attendance for today and access it using the ICIA application. So once again, access our attendance QR code for today using the ICIA application. And also, again, a reminder that this session is recorded and will be live streamed in our social media Facebook page, the ICIA Facebook page, and YouTube channel. This session will be photographed and recorded for the purposes of the ICIA 2026, and the photos and videos taken can be published on ICIA Global and Korea Global social media for inspiring learning purposes. Okay, and of course, before we officially start our final pitching sessions, we have here our procedures for the session flow. Firstly, participants will do live pitching to present the solution and innovation with a maximum of 3 minutes. Once again, you will have your live pitching for 3 minutes. Next is to prepare a presentation slide to tell the process of the invention, and then prepare the prototype, 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional designs to be demonstrated to the judges. And after the final pitching, you will have a question and answer session, Q&A session, by the judges for a maximum of 5 minutes. So to run it down, we have 3 minutes for your final live pitching, and then 5 minutes for the Q&A session. And of course, the session will not be complete without, of course, our board of mentor judges. It is my honor to introduce our esteemed mentor judges, starting off with Mr. Christian Julius Wijaya. And if I may read his bio note, he is an assistant professor. He is an assistant professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering at Vidya Mandala Surabaya Catholic University. His work centers on advanced materials, adsorption, and drug delivery systems. He is actively involved in academic research and teaching, contributing to the development of innovative solutions and supporting student learning in the field of chemical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, our first mentor judge, Mr. Christian Julius Wijaya. Awesome. For our next judge, all right, so for our next judge, he is a PhD scholar at Universitas Brawijaya, Indonesia, from 2024 to 2027, and has actively engaged in international research and academic development. He has published in reputable, peer-reviewed and indexed journals and contributed to collaborative research projects and conference proceedings. He regularly serves as a reviewer, judge, and session moderator for academic conferences and and is experienced in supervising research, developing research instruments, and guiding academic writing and publication. His work reflects a strong commitment to scholarly excellence, research integrity, and global academic engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, our second mentor judge, Mr. Zohib Hassan Saeed. And last but not the least, our last mentor judge for this final pitching session. She is an academic and researcher in the field of pharmacy with a focus on experimental pharmacology and neuropsychopharmacology. She is actively engaged in laboratory management and curriculum development, guiding students in designing and evaluating scientific methodologies. As a judge, she is committed to providing constructive, scientifically grounded feedback while ensuring innovations align with the sustainable development goals. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Dr. Yvonne Soliano. Awesome. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, our dear finalists, our mentor judges, Mr. Zahib, Dr. Christian, and Dr. Soliano. And of course, we should also be guided with the following evaluation criteria, especially for this category, Innovation Award. Let me have a run through of the criteria. First is, of course, problem defining at 25%. This includes relevance to SDGs, detail and clarity, and the ease of understanding. Secondly, we have inventing process, 25% also. We have detail and clarity of solution ideas, thoughtfulness in planning, alignment with learning process, and consistency. Thirdly, we have realistic solution at 25%, possibility of implementation, problem-solving effectiveness, simplicity and affordability, accessibility of materials, potential impact. And lastly, the pitching, 25% also. That's time management, clarity of presentation, problem identification, audience engagement, and persuasiveness and call to action. So all in all, 100%. So our dear finalists, please remember that these are the criterion, the things that our judges will be looking at, especially during the final session.
Don't worry, your voice is loud and clear here. Don't worry. Okay. Give me start.
All right, and on your screen right now is the list of the Innovation Award finalists for Batch 3. All right, so just a little bit of making sure that our finalists are ready this afternoon. Finalists, are you all ready?
Yes,
Can you give, wow,
Hello?
can you give me a thumbs up or any virtual reactions?
Allow
Awesome.
our session ID with some names to show slides.
Awesome, awesome. I can see your reactions. I guess our finalists are ready. And finalists, please remember that this is your moment. You work hard to get here, so just trust your ideas, trust your preparation, and of course, give it your best. We are so excited to hear what you have to share, and I believe the mentor judges are also here to basically guide you and to also hear from what you have to share. So let's try to make this a great session. So good luck to all of our finalists. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin with the final pitching session. All right, so at this point in time, we'll be calling on our first finalist. All right, we are finalist number 1 from the United States of America. We have Breathe Echo by Mahek Kamal. Mahek, are you here?
Yeah.
All right. So you may now begin your presentation. Good luck. You have 3 minutes.
Hey, can I share my
All right.
Wait, I was like spoiled. I will start in three, two. Hello, judges. My name is Mahak Kamal. I'm in seventh grade from Connecticut, USA. Today I'm here to talk to you about my invention, the baby pill, and how it connects as a solution to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Seasonal allergies and pollution affect a lot of people and can be harder to avoid than they seem. According to the American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, seasonal allergies affect 7.8% of adults in the US and 10 to 30% of the population. Even when you're inside, pollen dust and pollution can come in through windows, doors, or vents. This can trigger sneezing, congestion, and itchiness. These symptoms make it hard to get fixed. Air purifiers can be a solution, however, they contribute to 33% of the world's electronic waste. In 2022, the world produced 62 million tons of e-waste, and by 2030, this number is meant to surpass 80 million tons. This is why I invented the Breathe Eco. Its purpose is to be an affordable, eco-friendly, and portable air purifier. It is lightweight and easy to transport, making it practical and reliable. The Breathe Eco also helps reduce e-waste without requiring a lot of money. Why should people have to choose between breathing clean air or cooking earth? With the Breathe Eco, they don't have to. Relevance to the SDG goals. Goal number three, good health and well-being. It improves air quality, helping people breathe easier and stay healthy in any environment for cheaper. Goal number nine, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Air purifiers are often big and hard to fix. My invention solves this by using an innovative and reliable design that increases portability. Goal number 12, responsible consumption and production. Made from natural materials that help the environment and lowers electronic waste. Goal number 13, climate action reduces environmental impact by using sustainable materials and energy efficient operation, helping people breathe easier while taking climate action. My building process. First, I ordered my materials, a high-powered desk fan, wool, and cardboard tape. I chose wool and tape for being eco-friendly and selected the fan since it doesn't need to be constantly plugged in and enhances portability. I cut in the outline of the fan on one side of the box and secured it with tape, avoiding hot glue to prevent damage. After realizing I couldn't access the on-off button, I cut a small opening to make it reachable. I built the first filter using thin layer of cotton attached to a cardboard outline and glued it inside the box. However, when I tested it, the airflow was too weak because the cotton was too thick. I replaced the cotton with a thin layer of wool, which immediately improved the airflow. I added a second layer of wool with a small gap between the filters and secured it inside the box. This time, airflow was strong and I felt satisfied with the finished prototype. Now I will give you a demonstration of my prototype. This is my prototype. The back of the fan acts as a vacuum, sucking in air through back and putting it through the different filter layers. The filter layers of wool each clean the air very effectively and thoroughly. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you take the next step with me and use the Breathe Eco to take the next step to a healthier life. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mahek, for that. It was a quick 3 minutes, but it was well presented. All right. So for our first Q&A session, again, we have 5 minutes for our Q&A session. Let me turn the virtual floor to Dr. Zohib Hassan Sain.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mehak, for your presentation. So I have only one question: that what specific goals were you trying to achieve through this project?
Thank you very much, Mr.
What
Franklin.
specific
We
goals
still have
were you
a
trying to
few minutes
achieve
for the
through
Q&A
this
session.
project?
We will come in our judges if you have any questions on this meeting.
I was like SDG goals or other.
Yes, time is yours.
For the SDG goals, I wanted to achieve good health and well-being. I wanted it to support industry, innovation, and infrastructure. I wanted to be responsible consumption and production, and I wanted to support climate action and help the environment. Most air purifiers end up in landfills after just a few years of use, and I wanted to stop that and reduce electronic waste. the Breed Eco helps with this problem.
Okay. Thank you. Best of luck for your project. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we still have 4 minutes time for Q&A session. Maybe our other judges will want to ask questions.
Maybe I have one question.
Okay, Mr. Christian.
Okay, my question is, what is your consideration of choosing wool as your filter here?
Wool is a natural filter which can uh, craft particles very fine, like pollen, dust, and many parts of like pollution. And it's a very fine filter, so it can like capture very small particles, and it's natural, so it's biodegradable and helps my air purifier, the Breathe Eco, be more environmentally friendly and help the environment.
Have you considered the next step when the wool is full by the dust, and what will you do with that?
My next prototype that I plan to make, I would like to make the filters interchangeable so that once they are like full or dirty, you can just take them out, clean it, or replace it with another filter with wool and put it back in so that it's easier. And I know that many modern air purifiers also have this feature, and I would like to add it as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Christian. We still have a bit of time left. Dr. Yvonne, do you have a question?
Yeah, sure. I think using the wool as a biodegradable filter is wonderful, but I would like to know, have you researched or tested the porosity of the wool comparing to HEPA filters? This is used in air purifiers.
So the focus of the Breathe Eco is to be cheaper and more portable, and I also want it to be like biodegradable, and many of those like very hyper like filters which are used in modern air purifiers are really hard to recycle or reuse, and those are mostly the main parts that go into landfills and contribute to electronic waste and climate change. And I tested my the Breathe Eco while using glitter because it's an accurate representation of fine particles, and so I would put the glitter and then I would start the Breathe Eco and I would see how much glitter the wool could capture. And when I tested it, there was a lot of glitter on the wool, and the air that came out of the end was not that full of glitter as it was before. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, very clear.
Awesome, awesome. I think we are now wrapping up this Q&A session for Mahek. Once again, thank you and congratulations in advance, Mahek Kamal, for Breathe Echo. All right, so we're now done with our finalist number 1. Let's proceed to our next finalist. All right, so we have our finalist number 2 for the Innovation Award. We have I build with the AI between drawing and computer games from Nicolai Loan-Blada from Romania. Is Nicolai Lai here? Nicolai, are you here in the meeting room right now? All right. Once again, calling the attention of Nikolai. Are you here with us in the meeting room? Calling once. Calling twice. All right, so I don't think Nikolai is here with us in the meeting room. Okay, let's skip to the next presenter. Okay, so for our next presenter, we have from Timor-Leste, We have smart circuits for local needs, a simple rain detection system using LED and buzzer technology. We have Fiveria de Almeida Fernandez. Fiveria, are you here?
Yes.
Awesome. Can you hear us? Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so Fiberia, your online teaching time. We'll start as soon as you start speaking. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I'm pleased to present my project entitled Rain Alarm System. This project demonstrated the low-cost protocol solution to detect rainfall and provide immediate warning sound and light. Unpredictable rainfall, which is increasingly influenced by climate change, often describe daily activities and community preparedness. In many areas, especially school and rural communities, access to advanced weather monitoring tool is limited. The objective of these projects to design a simple, affordable, and effective rain alarm system that provide immediate sound and light warnings. The rain alarm is constructed using buzzer, LED, DC547 ampere transistor, battery, switch, metal plus a sensor, and simple materials housing. Under dry condition, the circuits remain inactive. When rainwater passes in metal plus, a small current flow into the bus of the transistor activating air. This allows current to power the LED and buzzer, provided immediate visual and audio alarms. As demonstrated, the alarm is activating instantly when rainwater is detected and deactivated when sensor dries. They confirm the system reliability and responsiveness. A lens grassroots innovation with global sustainability targets. SDG for quality education supports sustainable STEM education by turning basic electronics into practical learning tools. SDG 9, industry innovation infrastructure, fosters accessibility, low-cost technological innovation at the grassroots levels. SDG 7, sustainable cities and communities, provides rural communities and schools with essential infrastructure for weather preparedness. SDG 13, climate action, enhances localized climate resilience against unpredictable changes rainfall patterns. Basic electronics offer learning tools is climate adaptation. This process supports sustainable education, fosters innovation at the grassroots level, and enhances climate resilience within communities. In conclusion, these simple rain alarms illustrate how basic electronics can contribute to sustainable development and climate adaptation. This is my presentation, and thank you for your attention.
All right, thank you, Fiveria, for that wonderful presentation. We now proceed to the Q&A session. May I invite Dr. Yvonne Puliano. Ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you for the great presentation. I would like to know about the rain sensor, which use the metal plates. Since this device will be placed outside, how do you plan to prevent the metal plates from corroding over time?
Please reflect.
Can you get my question? Let me repeat it. This rain sensor using a metal plate, right?
Yes.
Since the metal plate can corrode over time, have you ever thought about how to prevent the metal plates from corrosion?
We still have minute for the Q&A. Are there any judges who would like to ask questions? Okay, so if you have time for the Q&A session, are there any judges who would like to ask questions?
Yes. Just the rolls, the metals. These metallics oxidate, weaken the metal.
Okay, so we have another metal plates to change the metal. Okay, thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Dr. Yvonne. Thank you, Feveria. Do we have any more questions from our other mentor judges? Mr. Christian?
I have question.
Okay.
Do you figure out that we have also like light rain and also heavy rains? Do you have tried what is the minimum like the rain flow rate that can be detected by your systems?
That is okay. Yes.
Please repeat your questions.
Okay, here we have sometimes we have a light rain and also sometimes we have a heavy rains, right? And have you figured out what is the minimum rain flow rate that can be detected by your system?
No.
Or okay. Okay, and then my next question is in your presentations you present that this system is correlate with the SDGs climate change, right? And how the system can uh, affect the climate change. Can you elaborate it more?
Actually, my project was just to detect rain.
Okay. Okay, so you already detect the range, right? So it
Yeah.
will not affect the climate change, right? Oh, okay. Thank you for your answer.
You're
All
welcome.
right. All right. Thank you, Dr. Christian. And thank you, Faveria, for your presentation and for answering the questions from our mentor judges. Indeed, your project was a practical and impactful solution for community use. So once again, thank you. Thank you so much. At this point in time, we proceed to our next finalist. All right. And our finalist number 4 is coming from Ghana with the name Angel Hadrage and the project title Cool Shield Panel. Angel, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. All right. So if you are able to share your screen.
Please give me a second.
For sure.
Thank you very much.
Again, just a reminder, general reminder to all our remaining finalists. You have 3 minutes for your pitching and then 5 minutes for the Q&A session. So kindly stick with the time so as to the smooth flow of our session. Thank you.
Baik,
Oh,
dokter.
aku kira
Miss
aku kira
Randall,
kan.
please, the time is yours.
I'm sorry, I'm having a few technical
Dia dari mana?
difficulties with
Ghana.
presenting
Dari mana?
my screen.
Yang
All right. Can you try to unshare and reshare again?
Okay.
Ghana. Ghana.
All right, Angel, are you able to present your PowerPoint presentation right now?
It's not loading in.
Okay, because we can actually skip to the next presenter and then we'll get back to you after.
Oh, all right.
Okay. All right, so we'll skip with Angel first and then let's have our next finalist. Right, so our next finalist number 5 is from Sudan with a project title AI Agro Guard. We have Raf Hakim. Raf, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. So if you can share screen already.
Okay, give me just a second.
For sure.
Is my screen shared?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, hello, I'm Rahaf, a 13-year-old student who is interested in developing simple ideas to help with daily life. My project today aims to help with food waste or reducing food waste in general. I have noticed that food waste is a major global problem that affects many households, not only specific ones, and it leads to many problems with the environment and making food. How does my application work? It's actually an application, and it helps with food security and reducing it. Users input their food and its expiration dates. And I have an AI system which helps the user to by sending them gentle reminders when the food is near its expiration dates, or sometimes the AI can suggest recipes for upcoming food that will expire soon. The materials that I have used is only a computer,
Thank you very much.
internet to research for articles and ideas,
And thank you very much. For
research papers and articles to collect reliable and reliable data.
okay.
I used AI to help me
Now
organize
we'll
the
move
idea
on
and
to our
information,
next finalist.
picked a blocks example for food waste and how to develop the app.
Coming from Romania, we have Anna Maria presenting the project
In
Climate
conclusion,
Prophylactic Approach to
my project
Bioenergy
is
System.
an AI
Yes.
can. Sorry, I'm just so nervous. I'm so sorry. This project shows an AI intelligence that can play important role in
Thank you all
improving
for
food management and reducing
participating
food
with
waste
us.
by recommendation. The Smart Food Guardian can support households and
You
food
are
facilities in making
us.
more sustainable
This
food decisions,
presentation
and
can
system
be
contributes to global effort
on
to
our
reduce the food waste,
speakers.
supporting
Coming
Sustainable
from Laos,
Development Goal
we have
12
Sensalu,
and
Patana,
reasonable
and Pongsani
production, reasonable com-
presenting their project
conception and
Automated
reproduction.
Feeding Machine System. Are you here? Team? Sensalu, Patana, and Pongsani.
Right.
I
Are you
cannot
done,
see
Raf?
presentation.
Yes, I'm done.
All right. So you're doing great, by the way.
Thank you, thank
Okay.
you.
So we'll now proceed with your Q&A session. So to
Mhm.
ask the first question, let me call on Mr. Christian Julius
Audience,
Vijaya. Sir, over to
Okay.
you.
PC user.
Okay,
Are you Sensalu,
thank
Patana,
you.
and Pongsani?
Okay, my question is, how can your AI, can you explain to me how can your AI
And why
help
other
us to manage
devices?
our food?
Come on again, sorry, can you just repeat the question?
Uh, okay. Can you
Okay,
explain to me how your AI can help us to
okay,
manage
PC
to
user.
our food?
Are you Sensalu, Patana,
The
and
AI,
Pongsani?
first of all, when you enter the app, it will ask you to scan the food expiration
Okay.
date. And when the
Let's
food
take
is
a
near its
pause.
expiration date, the AI will send you a message telling you that this food, for example, will
Okay, thank
expire
you very much
soon.
for
You can make, for
participating.
example, you can use it to make a pastry,
You
a
may
food, a
start your
meal,
presentation whenever you're
and
ready.
it just
And you may
the AI itself
start
with
speaking
itself,
again. And the
it will
timer will
have
start
uh, a data area which will contain many all of it will have all of the food and its expiration date listed.
Okay, so here when we have a food, we need to input it into our AI and then input the expired date like that.
You can use a scanner or you can input it manually.
Oh, okay. So if we use the scan, so it means that in the food itself there are a barcode or something like that, right?
It's something, yes. You can scan the barcode or you can scan within the expiration date itself.
And then how can you provide the barcode for this system? Can you elaborate this one?
For you can just scan the barcode, and each item has its specific barcode. So within the project right now, it's limited resources only, but in the future, I'm planning on making it a wider resources to help within knowing within knowing more foods.
Okay, okay, thank you. It's a good innovation, I think.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Christian. How about from the other mentor judges? You have questions from, yes, Dr. Zoe, you're recognized.
Thank you so much for your presentation. So I have a question from you that what challenges did you face while working on the project, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Okay, the main challenges that I have faced is simplicity and to balance simplicity and use Usefulness, I aim to keep the concept easy and to understand and use while ensuring that it still provides meaningful and effective features. How did I become over this? I looked at similar apps with the same idea or similar ideas, and I have noticed that most of the apps use a specific way within it helps the user or it doesn't give the user much information, only allows the user to enter the food, expiration date, and how the food can be, or the way that, for example, the refrigerator, how many degrees are in it, and stuff like that. Simple, and at the same time, it helps a lot because in each household, maybe the refrigerator doesn't have the same coldness degree or heat. So it actually helped. That's how I managed to balance both of them.
Okay. Thank you so much and best of luck.
Awesome. So we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Dr. Yvonne, do you have a question for Raf?
Yeah, hello, Ra. I would like to know, sometimes we download a helpful app and we use it only for a week and then forget about it. Since your main goal about long-term positive changes for the planet, so what specific features did you design to keep us motivated using the app?
This actually is a good question. I made like a tiny reward system. Within, if you keep using it for more than 1 week, you get a reward within coins, and that coin can allow you to open games or buy new features within the app.
Yes, very thoughtful. Thank you.
Awesome. I think those are all the questions from our mentor judges. Once again, great job, Raf. Your application is timely and relevant innovation for agriculture and sustainability. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Raf. So next up, may we invite again Angel. Angel.
Yang sebelumnya. Iya. Yang Angel.
All right. Angel, can you try?
I'm
Yes.
ready now.
All right. Can you try to share screen?
Okay.
Okay, so we have Angel from Ghana with a project title Cool Shield Panel. Awesome. You can
This is the
see your
Cool Shield
screen.
panel. It is a layered roofing solution for climate resilience aligned with SDG 13, which is climate action. So, the problem. Rising temperatures are making homes uninhabitable. Climate change is driving global temperatures higher every day, which intensifies in developing regions due to extreme heat. Homes built with metal roofing absorb and trap solar radiation, turning interiors into heat traps. And prolonged heat causes dehydration, heat exhaustion, and reduced concentration and productivity. Climate action must include protecting people from these impacts today. The Cool Shield panel is a smart, affordable, electricity-free roofing system. It's a layered roofing panel engineered to reduce heat transfer into homes, and it focuses solely on improving the roof surface, which is the primary source of heat gain, and makes it more practical and cost-effective. It doesn't require any electricity. It has 3 layers of protection, including the reflective white surface, which reflects sunlight. In my prototype, I basically just used a white surface made of paper cardboard to show this. Then there's the insulation layer, which in my prototype I used with white cloth to slow down heat transfer. Then the structural base, which supports the panel, in which my prototype I just used cardboard. So it starts. The top white reflective surface bounces solar radiation away before it can be absorbed, and light colors reflect more sunlight and absorb less heat. Then the middle insulation layer slows thermal conduction, which reduces the rate at which any remaining heat passes through the interior. Then the structural base layer provides durability and supports. and together all three layers reduce the indoor heat gain. So it matters because it's affordable and scalable, and it's produced using locally available materials. It can be adapted across many different community types and climates. And unlike air conditioning, it does not consume fossil fuel generated electricity, nor does it add to carbon emissions. Lastly, it directly supports climate action adaptation by protecting vulnerable populations from the effects of rising temperatures. Thank you.
All right. I think that ends Angel's presentation. Angel, are you able to turn on your camera?
It says I can't start my video because the host has disabled it.
Oh, all right. So anyways, let us now proceed to your Q&A session. All right. So for your first question, we invite Dr. Zuhib Hassan Sain. Sir, over to you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. So my question is, what important skills did you gain from this project?
So the skills I this project includes my creation skills. Normally, crafting with my hands is not something that I'm so good at, and I and generally I'm not so good with things art related. I had to learn how to cut things straight. I had to learn more about my research skills because things like this often require a lot of in-depth research, and it's not something that I do very often. So I think I improved on my research skill and my creation skill, making the prototype and learning more about climate action, traditional metal roofing in African and rural areas. So yeah.
Thank you. Best of luck.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Zuhib. From our other mentor judges, do you have any questions, Dr. Yvonne?
Yeah. One question for Angel. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you haven't mentioned about the exactly the material that you use, the local, producible, and affordable material using for the layer. Can you explain more about the material you use?
Pardon?
I would like to know about the material, the local material that you mentioned before, that it is affordable and locally producible.
Some locally producible materials here where I live include things like styrofoam, padding, wood. Wood is very locally available, so I think things like these can be combined to create a feasible product for the roofing of different houses.
Yeah, thank you, Angel.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Yvonne. How about from Mr. Christian?
Okay, I will continue Dr. Yvonne's questions. Uh, Considering the materials of the layers, and also when you implement this concept in the real conditions, it need a very large area, right? And then have you figure out or try to calculate or try to figure the cost of this system, and is it feasible to implement?
Yes, it is feasible and it is affordable. I consulted my father. He said that something like this wouldn't normally cost over to 800 to $950. He said that the wood can be easily attained through traditional cutting in the rural area or an area near it. The pattern can be easily created in labs and just by commissioning various skilled individuals, and it generally is a feasible design because it can be easily produced and adapted throughout different communities.
Is it for a house, or can you give me an example about the area that relate with that cost?
Pardon?
Can you give me the example or the exact area that you have calculated with that cost that you mentioned before? 800 US dollar. It's for a house.
Are you asking about like depending on the size of the home?
Yeah, the size of the layer.
So I think that personally, I think that depending on the size of the house, the price would not vary so exponentially unless the house is extremely huge. In which, in this
Hmm.
case, it's made for rural communities in things like villages. And villages tend to not have huge houses. They're more compact enough to house maybe 1 to 2 individuals. Which is why I thought of which is why I went to my I got brought up the 800 to $950 USD range. But for
Okay.
larger houses, I think it would be well over $2,000.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your answer.
Right. So great answers, Angel. Thank you, Mr. Christian, for that. So once again, thank you so much, Angel, and congratulations on your Cool Shield panel. That was indeed a well-presented solution addressing some of our environmental challenges. So at this point in time, let us now proceed to our next finalist. Right. So let's proceed to our next finalist for the Innovation Award. And we have finalist number 6.
Animal alert.
All right, so at this point, we have our finalist number 6 presenting, if I'm not mistaken, Animal Alert.
Yes.
Yes, we have Alikan and Baybaris from Kazakhstan. Are you guys here?
Yes. Hello. Oh, can you see us? Our camera?
Yes, we can see and hear you. All right, so you have 3 minutes for your pitching.
Wait. Let me start my presentation.
Okay, cool.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Good day, everyone in attendance, including our distinguished judges and participants. My name is Beybars.
My name is Alihan.
And today we're going to present our project, Animal Alert. Let me introduce environmental conditions of our country. Do you know that Kazakhstan is the world's 9th largest country in terms of land area? It means that drivers often spend a significant amount of time traveling long distances between destinations. At the same time, open grazing of our territory allows livestock to wander onto roads and cause collisions between the cars. Due to that, road accidents surged 2.5 times since 2022. This issue is mainly caused by uncontrolled livestock roaming, insufficient fencing around the roads, low owner responsibility, and poor nighttime vision. By developing our project, we can connect it with the 9th SDG. Ignoring this issue escalates severe consequences. In 2025 alone, this problem led to 700 injuries and 54 fatalities. And per collision, costs average of $6,000, including property damage, animal and injuries. And farmers often forced to pay for the damages, which can hurt their finances. Due to that, our main goal is to address the issue by inventing an innovational device.
Now let me introduce the device layout by its working algorithm. The farmer configures the device via an external app. Every 20 seconds, our Neo 6M GPS module pinpoints the animal's location. Then This data is sent to the ESP32, which transfers the data to the server. The server checks if the animal has left the designated zone that the owner drew. If it wanders out, the server notifies the owner and sends a signal back to the device. The device triggers both active and passive buzzers, driving the animal go back to its zone. Our journey was a tedious 7 months of error and mistakes, which we had to learn. First, we didn't know how to 3D print or program, and now we have made a simple working prototype. We also thought, what if animal alert fails? Our precaution measurements is first, ESP32 will transmit waves that the driver's phone will pick up, notifying him of the danger ahead. Second, special light reflective tapes giving owners chance to see the light shine ahead.
To conclude, our device aims to address this critical issue and prevent car accidents caused by livestock movements. By choosing us, you're shaping the future.
Your $20 or 81,000 Cambodian reals investment saves one animal, one driver, and one family. Thank you for your attention.
All right. Thank you so much, Tamir and Babers, for that wonderful presentation and interesting project. Let us now proceed to your Q&A session. Let me invite Dr. Yvonne. Dr. Yvonne, over to you.
Okay. I think this is a very interesting innovating, regarding the animal safety and also human safety on the road. I happen to work in animal research lab, and in my lab, I do evaluation about the animal behavior, and the subjects often habituate to auditory stimuli over time. Have you ever observed whether the livestock eventually get used to the buzzer sounds and ignoring the boundary?
Yes, we have made an experiment. I live in a rural area, so I have free access to my neighbors' animals. So I borrowed one cow for them and asked if I can check their reaction to the sound. And when I actually turned on this warning sound, the animal actually noticed it and started like moving around. And I made a conclusion that during such warning sounds, the animal can actually adapt to the sound and learn that the sound is like a notification to not go to the area. And I guess if our device will be used in the future, a testing will take like 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks the whole mechanism will successfully work to an animals.
How many times did you repeat the testing in one animal?
I've done it like I did it in one day. I did it like 5 times, I guess, if I'm not mistaken.
Good. And another questions about the durability of the 3D printed casing. Have you about the durability? Have you ever talked about the waterproof component or submersion in mud or something like that in natural behavior?
Yes, we shaped the whole prototype. If it's allowed, can we turn off the background to demonstrate the prototype? So we've printed it and shaped it like this, so it can be durable in wild conditions. For example, when there is snowing, the snow will not stick on the prototype and it just go down due to its shape, slide down. And also some bugs and insects cannot interrupt the prototype because of its shape. Also, the dust will not collect on the top of the prototype. So we will also enhance the whole enclosure, so it will also hermetic and waterproof.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great questions and great answers. We still have a few time left. Mr. Christian, you have a question?
Okay, I have one question. How does your system handle like GPS inaccuracy and also signal loss? Have you mitigate this one?
So we know that Neo 6M GPS module has 2 meters of inaccuracy. So I suggest owners to put their location or drawing more farther to suppress those and to calculate, to keep in the mind the inaccuracy.
Okay, thank you.
All right. 30 seconds. Dr. Zohib, your question?
I have only one question. So, how did you manage your time and tasks during the project?
So at the first, we looked for the foreign devices. Like if you see in the presentation, there was like a diagram, one prototype from Norway called No Fence. We've searched for it and saw that it's actually very expensive and also requires additional subscription. And the usage of No Fence is actually non-effective to our country because there's a lot of animals, and if the prototype will be expensive, it will not be like available for the farmers. Also, another one in Turkey, but it's mainly used for monitoring animals' health and not for saving their lives and save people's lives.
Okay. Thank you. Best of luck for your project.
Thank you for your attention.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Zoe. So once again, congratulations, Team Animal Alert from Kazakhstan. Indeed, that was a thoughtful and functional innovation with real-world application. So once again, congratulations and thank you. We now proceed to... You're welcome. We now proceed to our next finalist, our finalist number 7. Right, so our finalist number 7 is right from the metaverse. We have Mahamiro Kotsar Hartuni from Indonesia with the project Water Filter Installation. Mahamiro, can you unmute your microphone?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Good afternoon, honorable judges and viewers. My name is Mahameru Kautsar Hartoni. Today, I am presenting project Water Filter Installation from household wastewater to clean water. I create this project because I am concerned about the availability of clean water on Earth in the future. So, we need to develop water filter technology. This project supports the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDG, especially SDG 6, SDG 12, and SDG 13. How does it work? I collect wastewater from bathroom water, kitchen sink water, laundry room, rainwater, sewer water. All this water are channeled through pipes to the main filter, which has 7 layers. Layer 1, coconut fiber. Function, filters fine dirt and particles. Layer 2, silica sand, traps solid particles and sediment. Layer 3, gravel, retains coarse dirt and large debris. Layer 4, charcoal, absorbs heavy metals. Layer 5, coral, absorbs odors and chemicals. Layer 6, coconut fiber, filters finder again. Layer 7, sponge. Filters absorb sediment and cloudy particles. After water becomes clean, it flows to storage tank. Then it pumped to a water tower and distributed back to the house for various uses. The conclusion of this concept. This project proves that household wastewater does not have to be a problem. Simple, available materials, reduce pollution, and save groundwater resources. I hope this idea can be developed further in many areas, especially in drought-prone areas. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Maamiru, for your very great presentation. Congratulations on that. We now have our Q&A session for your questions. We invite for the first question, Dr. Zuhib. Dr. Zuhib, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presentation. So to be very honest, I have seen number of projects similar like you. So my question is, listen to me carefully. What makes your project unique from others in the same area? Should I repeat the question? Okay, I'm repeating my question again. What makes your project unique or different from others in the same area?
Time for the Q&A session. Are there any other judges who would like to ask questions?
The idea is the development of rainwater harvest in many areas in Indonesia.
No, I'm asking you that why do you think your project is unique from others?
Thank you for the question. I get it. Because this is very helpful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Zuhib. Dr. Yvonne, do you have a question?
I would like to know, have you ever thought about the biological safety of the water reservoir, since you collect water from the laundry and also the bathroom? It means that it contains a lot of soap, detergent, and maybe even bacteria. Charcoal, great for absorbing some chemicals, but how do we make sure there is no or less bacteria in the final filtering water?
Thank you very much. Yes, for the yes, thank you very much. Now as we still have time for the Q&A section, Mr. Ivan, would you like to ask any questions? Okay, thank you very much, all panel judges. Thank you very much.
Actually, I didn't know about it, so we have to check in laboratory.
Okay, maybe it's for your consideration. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Yvonne. Still have a few minutes left. Mr. Christian, do you have a question?
Yes. My question is, can you please explain to me how you determine the order of the layer of your filtration system?
This was Dr. Nana Amanesa, the project Healing. Nana, are you here with us today?
Of course.
Second call for Nana. Nana Amamensa from Ghana, the project Healing.
Okay. Can you explain it? How what is the consideration of each layer?
Uh, the layer must be approved.
Sorry, can you repeat it?
The layer must match.
Match with the water? You mean the water or the pollutant inside the water?
Uh, no, must be in the correct order.
And how you can know that your order is correct for this system?
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Christian. And thank you so much, Miro, for your water filter installation project. So congratulations on that. Indeed, that is an interesting integration of innovation within immersive environments. So before we proceed, just would like to give a short note to everyone that as much as this is a Q&A session, our judges are also giving our participants, our finalists, their insights and great recommendations. So we could also think about those recommendations from our judges. All right, so we now move on to our next finalist. Finalist number 8, we have from Pakistan. We have Sama Ali, Hunia Fatima, and Ibrahim Gohar with their project entitled Light Sensing Sheet using LDR sensor. Do we have our team in the Zoom meeting? Ibrahim, Hunya, Sama. Okay, here. Are you able to speak?
Are you able?
Yes, we can hear you. Do you have a PowerPoint presentation?
Hi everyone. Rooftops for wood and agricultural products. People often struggle to protect their belongings in time, especially when there is no warning. So, recognizing this issue, our group developed the Light Sensing Sheet, a smart and automatic system that not only detects rain but also covers the rooftop automatically, preventing damage and ensuring exchange protection. Our project also supports United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDG 9), industry, innovation, and infrastructure by promoting smart, low-cost innovation. SDG 12, responsible consumption and production by using sustainable materials, and SDG 13, climate action by helping communities adapt to changing weather conditions. It works using a simple LDR sensor connected to a microcontroller. The software we use named IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, and the library where we program this project called Servo.h. The main part of this project is LDR sensor. When it is sunny, LDR receives bright and resistance is low. But when it rains or cloudy, water blocks the light, increasing the resistance. This change is detected by the simple circuit made with transistors, resistors, and wires, which activate a small servo motor. The motor automatically unfolds the plastic sheet or a waterproof sheet to cover the rooftop during the rain and falls it back when the rain stops. The main components are red wire, it is full of electrons. Yellow wires, it provides signals to servo motor. Jumper wires are wires which has pins or holes on both right and left side. Black brown wires are used to complete the circuit when connected to ground. Servo motor is a hobby motor to make prototype projects. Breadboard. It is used for many connections. Microcontroller named Arduino UNO R3. It works as a brain in our project. Data cable. It transfers electricity. This project beautifully integrates all elements of T. Number 1, science. helps us to understand the behavior of light and electrical conductivity in sensors. Number two, technology plays a vital role through the use of microcontrollers and automatic control systems. Number three, engineering allows us to design and assemble machines movement mechanism efficiently. Number four, arts contribute to the aesthetic and practical design of the model. Number five, mathematics assists us in calculating sensor sensitivity, water speed, and the shear's coverage area. Through this project, we hope to inspire others to apply STEAM knowledge in real-world challenges and contribute towards a smarter and more sustainable future. Thanks for your time and attention. Any question, please?
All right, right on time. Thank you so much, Samaa, Hunya, and Ibrahim for your light sensing sheet using LDR sensor. Great demo, by the way. We now proceed to your Q&A. We invite first Mr. Christian Julius Wijaya. Sir, over to you.
Okay, thank you. My question is, in your innovation, what is the sustainable development goal that correlate with your innovation here?
SC9 Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure by promoting smart, low-cost innovation. SC12 Responsible Consumption and Production by using sustainable materials. And SC30 Climate Action by helping communities to adapt changing weather conditions.
Okay, and have you considered the cost of your innovation here? Is it affordable or not?
It costs 1,500 rupees.
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Sorry?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yes, it total costs 1,500 rupees.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. That's my question. Thank you so much.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Christian. We still have time. Dr. Yvonne, do you have a question?
Yeah, I have one question regarding the sensor. If I'm not wrong, it's a light dependent resistor or LDR. The LDR sensor can detect a drop in light, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So the sun goes down every single evening. How does your microcontroller know the difference between a dark rainstorm and a regular nighttime? Does the sheet can automatically close every night, even the weather is dry?
It will be covered at night because the moonlight intensity is very low than the sunlight. So it will be covered at night.
Okay, thank you.
If not, thank you very much for all the judges.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Yvonne. And from Dr. Zohib, you do have a question?
Yes, I have a question. Thank you so much for your presentation. So my question is, how does your project contribute to solving a real world problem? Okay, I'm repeating my question again. How does your project contribute to solving a real world problem?
We made this project to solve the problem of unexpected rainfall, which causes frequent damage to rooftops, roadways, and agriculture products.
Thank you. Best of luck.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Zohib. And once again, thank you and congratulations, Samaa, Hunya, and Ibrahim for your light sensing sheet using LDR sensor. That was a clear and technically grounded project and presentation. So thank you so much. We now proceed to our next finalist. Our next finalist came from Laos, and we have Mr. Autumnsak, Mr. Arnoksai, and Mr. Jamemi with a project title Smart Car Parking System. All right. Over to you.
I'm saying me, I'm little nervous.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Udom Sak from Laos, and I will present my project is smart car parking system. Why I choosing this project? Because we were looking for the park, and many many them they are parking at the side of the street. That caused the traffic jam on the street. So my project is is help reducing this issue. So I'm sorry, wait a minute, sir. Okay. Smart car parking system. A smart car parking system is an automatic system that use sensor and a controller like EV on the board as you can see, and electronic component is to detect the vehicle that enter it, the parking space eventually. It controls entry and exit by using servo motor, gate, and efficient parking and by using LED light, helping reduce human effort and save time. By by this model, when the car arrived at the parking entrance, the, the first sensor was detected. The EV board was processed the signal to get a to get the motor rotate to open the gate, and the green light will turn on to show parking is available. When the parking is full of another car inside, the sensor tool will detect appropriately. The red the red turn on that tells parking was full and the gate remain closed. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Great job, Mr. Adamsak, for your presentation. All right, so we will now proceed to your question and answer portion. So we first invite Dr. Yvonne to ask you a question.
Yeah. Uh, I would like to know the monitoring system for the occupied and non-occupied parking lot. Is it for the management or for the driver?
Mm, actually, is not so much, but but we have to about parking lot for the most.
So we can track the occupancy of the parking lot from a smart panel or something like that?
Yes, something like that, sir.
How about the driver? Can they
Mm,
see which parking lot is occupied?
oh, that's a, I'm
Can
not
the
sure, sir.
driver choose? Can the driver choose which parking lot, or it's automatically done by the system?
Mm, yes, it's for sure for that case.
Okay. Next questions is about the sensor. The first sensor opens the gate, and the second sensor will close the gate when the car passes. Is it right?
Yes.
But what happens if the second car is following right behind the first one very closely? Will the gate will accidentally close and hit the second car? Have you ever thought about it?
Uh, no, sir. I never thought about it.
Maybe it will be nice if someone will be a supervisor at the parking lot instead fully automatically operating parking lot.
Mm, yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Right. Interesting question from Dr. Yvonne. Do you have any other questions from our other mentor judges, Mr. Christian?
Okay. My question is how your system can tell the driver about the unoccupied parking lot. Will the system tell the exact location, for example, like in level, in the number of the floor, or other system like that?
The system will count the number of vehicles and how high is it or something about that. Number of vehicles, out height, and the type of vehicle.
Okay. Maybe it will be nice if they can give the exact location for the or even the direction to the driver for the unoccupied parking lot, so they can go to the the unoccupied parking lot directly. Okay, you can figure it later. Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. Great suggestions from Mr. Christian. And finally, Dr. Zaid, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. So, what improvements would you do you think to make in your project? What improvements do you think that you should be doing in your project?
Mm, for uh, I,
Mhm.
guys, I have no answer for that, sir.
Okay, thank you. Best of luck.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Adamsak, and congratulations on your presentations and your answers to the questions. So your smart car parking system is actually a practical and scalable innovation. So best of luck as to what the future could bring to your project. So once again, congratulations in this project. At this point in
Thank you.
time, we proceed to our next finalist. Finalist number 10. We have from Pakistan, we have Moiza Shabazz and Nosha Shahid and Muhammad Sayam Zahid with their project entitled Flood Alert with Sponge City Solution.
Good afternoon. Are we audible and visible to you?
Yes, we can see you and we can hear you.
Can we start?
Get it on.
Okay. Are we visible and audible to you?
Yes, confirmed.
Will we start?
Yes, and we can see your PowerPoint presentation also.
Okay. Beginning to the background because we want to show you the prototype. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. I'm Moiza Shahbaz from the Education School, Pakistan. Me, Moiza, Anusha and Sayam are the participants and we are presenting Flood Alert Project. Water is vital for life, but when this water increases, it becomes dangerous to lives, destroying homes and endangering lives. But in Pakistan, like the 2022 crisis, displaced millions. preventing waters from heavy rain and climate change. Trying to do it can fall overwhelmed soil absorption, cause rivers and dams to overflow. Our project builds an energy management system and proposes sustainable urban solutions. Now, Lucy will show you Plan Again prototype.
This is part of the solution that is less energy efficient. Our plan will be done for region for stability and water. All water repairs have to be recycled. 50% 75% and 50% less on municipal cities. More regularly, this two capacity powered by a small system. If anything is activated, real flood water. Now, teach you about the grid.
Today's circuit. We model our LEDs as a street light in a city. A 9-volt battery and main switch power two branches. The series branch, like all cities, has three LEDs in the chain. Current flows through each splitting voltage about 3 volt per LED. If one fails, all go dark like a frequency flash. The parallel branch like voltage splits. It gives full voltage to each LED. If one fails, others scale it, ensuring like even like switches. Series fails notice. Parallel stay bright. In our city, parallel circuit one critical alert. Series saves the green home. Now Umsha will propose Pond City.
This is all the solution that is responsibility to respond. Our model has been certified for effective water and free to responsibility in rainfall. That's subject biopsy that is inspired by China to Hong and Singapore rainforest. We also suggest Germany's rainfall and planting. In Pakistan, Sony Road and rain crops were managed close to spread. Now, I can tell you about the energy daily life activities.
Our system applies to farming. It has in more detail area. So, it's typical early morning that is the 80% and sample here. The land will be good health and well-being, as clean water, as innovation, as level sustainable cities, as fighting climate action, and as European level act. Now, diameter, both things are worth it or not.
Small cities are really expensive, but these are already built and working successfully in many developed countries. Not all methods, but few can overcome Pakistan floods in future. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your enthusiastic presentation and your interesting project. At this point in time, we now proceed to your Q&A session. So for your questions, let me first invite Dr. Zahib. Dr. Zahib, over to you.
Thank you so much, students, for your presentation. So I have only one question, that if your project is implemented in real life, so what impact do you think it would have?
It might save our country from having flooding and loss.
Sorry, can you repeat your answer in a louder voice?
It will reduce 80 to 90% floods in flood. Because right now the rain is really heavy and when the urban flooding is too much. If the small city is implemented in the future, it will have a cost and it will save the 80 to 90% population.
Okay. Thank you. Best of luck.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, Mr. Christian, do you have a question?
Okay, thank you. I have a question. If I'm not wrong, here you have two innovation. The first one is flood alert system and also the spawn city infrastructure. And how you can integrate these two innovation? What is the integration between these two innovation?
Can you repeat the question?
Sorry?
Can you repeat?
Okay. What I get here that you have two innovation, the flood alert system and also the spawn city infrastructure. Yeah. And what is the integration between this innovation?
We use early warning this
device and the solution is Pond City.
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. So the flood alert is the early warning,
Are there any other pending judges who would like to ask
Yes.
questions?
and then after that, the solution is the sponsity, right?
Yes, time is yours.
Okay. So if you have a sponsity, is it still possible that you need the flood alert?
Please can you repeat your question? Because
When you have a sponsity, yeah, is it also needed the flood alert here? Because the water is already absorbed in your infrastructure, right?
Pond cities will take over 5 and 6 years to implement.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the answer.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Christian. And last but not the least, still have time. Dr. Yvonne, do you have a question?
One question from me regarding the conductivity sensors that used for the flood alert system. The sensors was used to detect the water levels, right? The conductivity sensors was used to detect the water levels.
Are there any other judges who would like to ask questions?
You're not
Is it
audible.
right?
Yes, we can have one more question.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am. Not clear.
Okay. I repeat my question. It's about the conductivity sensors that use in your flood alert system.
Sensor sensor work on water conductivity.
Yeah, the water conductivity sensors. In real flood water, the variable is very high because water carries mud, debris, and salts and others. Have you ever think about it? When there is flood, it's not only the water, but it carries also the other elements.
Of course, because floodwater device is advanced.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for the question. That was the answer.
All right. Thank you so much, Anosha, Sayam, and Moiza. And thank you so much for our dear mentor judges for the great Q&A session. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Flood alert with Sponge City solution. You really have a highly relevant solution for disaster resilience, most especially. So once again, thank you so much, dear students.
Welcome.
All right. Now we proceed to our finalist number 11, our 11th finalist. We have none other than Jason, Derek, and Esmond from Ghana with a project titled Eco Rover. Once again, Jason, Derek, and Esmond. All right, so do we have Team Eco Rover in the Zoom meeting? Team Eco Rover? Jason, Derek, and Esteban, are you here with us in the Zoom meeting? Okay, going once. Going twice. All right, so let's proceed to our next finalists. We'll just get back to finalist 11 if they are here later on. So finalist number 12, we have still from Ghana, Wating Nora Owusa Akusa, Apia Marvelous Ofosu, and Nana Abakorsa with their project title, Automatic Cloth Dry Stand. Do we have our team members here? All right, so I can see Marvelous here. Can you
Hi.
unmute your mic? All right.
Good day, everyone.
For a moment, Marvelous, do you have a PowerPoint to share? If
Okay,
yes,
please.
yeah, please share screen.
Actually, I don't have a PowerPoint to share, but I
Oh,
can
it's
talk.
okay. All right.
Okay.
Carry on.
So our project is the automatic cloth dry stand, and we noticed that in some regions in our country, we rely on outdoor drying methods, and due to due to unpredictable rainfall, which happen more often, this method becomes inconsistent, and it leads to repeated washing, wasted time, energy, and effort. So we decided to design this automated system that will protect our clothes from getting wet when we hang them or dry them outside. So our project consists of some components. I'll mention them, which is the Arduino Uno, the breadboard power supply, which gives the breadboard an additional 5 volts. Then a buzzer which beeps to alert the user that it is raining. Then SG90 motor, which retracts the sliding mechanism under the shed when it starts raining. Then also a rain sensor. It detects the light. It detects the rain when it starts raining. Then LDR sensor, which detects the light. So we all know that before it rains, the clouds become dark before it starts raining. So when the clouds become dark, the LDR sensor prompts the mechanism. So it retracts under the shade before it starts raining. That's the role of the LDR sensor. Then we have I think that's all. Yeah. So some of our challenges were we kept on trying the project, kept on trying it several iterations because we weren't getting the exact threshold we wanted. And two, um, we were not having the enough materials to use it. So we used cheap and local materials in building the project. And our future improvements we can add are to develop a weatherproof housing so that when it rains on the components, they won't get destroyed easily or yeah. Then also we'll add a GSM model which will give the user an SMS notification when it starts raining. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Marvelous, for your marvelous sharing and presentation. Right. So at this point in time, we will now proceed to your question and answer portion. May I request, all right, Dr. Yvonne for the question.
Hi. Hello, Marvelous.
Hi.
I have a question for you about the sensor. the LDR sensor.
Yeah.
Sometimes the weather is not just about to rain. It's just a bird that flying by, or there is a tree shadow. Will the sensor work in that situation?
When a bird flies over the LDR sensor,
The, can the LDR sensor differentiate between the rain cloud or just a bird, a tree shadow?
okay, so we gave the LDR sensor a specific threshold value. So the amount of darkness the bird who would bring under the would bring over the LDR sensor, I don't think it will work. But it only works when the exact amount of threshold we give to the sensor, that's when it will work. When it is deep enough. Yeah.
All right. And sometimes I think the weather can change very fast. The sun can constantly popping and out of the clouds. How do you stop the cloud lines from going in and out non-stop so the motor will not break?
um okay, we added small, how do I say this, we added some small we added a certain code to the this one so that it doesn't move very fast when it is retracting, so it moves at a certain pace. It
Ah,
moves slowly. Yeah, so the SG90 won't break. And besides, the clothes you hang on it will depend on the motor, the servo motor you are using. Actually, we wanted to add um a linear actuator because it is very heavy and can carry um a lot of clothes on it, but due to um inadequate funds, so we couldn't use that one.
it maybe it can be used in another version, maybe the version 2.0 and the next. Thank you, Marcos.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Yvonne, for your question and recommendation. May I call in if you have a question, Dr. Zohib?
Yes, thank you so much for your presentation. So I have a question that what part of your project are you most proud of and why?
Um, I think the buzzer, when I think the enjoyable part or interesting part of our project is when the buzzer keeps beeping to alert the user that it is raining. Because when it starts raining, when it starts raining, maybe the user isn't around. So, and the buzzer is loud enough to alert the user that it is raining. Yeah, so that's the enjoyable part or interesting part of the project we did. And also the sliding mechanism as it is retracting under the shade. Yeah.
Thank you and best of luck for your project.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Zohib. A minute left for the Q&A session. Mr. Christian, do you have a question?
Okay, I will just ask about the what is the sustainable development goal that relate with your innovation?
Pardon?
What is the sustainable development goal that relate with your innovation?
What is the external project?
The SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you well.
Sorry, what is the Sustainable Development Goals that relate with your innovation?
Thanks.
April 2026 at 8:30 a.m. to 12
Extend now.
GMT.
Actually, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Announced hybrid
Okay, it's
offline
okay. I think my time is
as well
also
as online
up, right?
through our live stream.
Okay. Okay, that's my question is also
So
okay.
please stay tuned with our social media. Check the award announcement and the global celebration.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Christian.
Before we close the session, I would
All
like to
right.
invite
And once again, thank you so
this
much, Marvelous, for your
is a
presentation
disclaimer.
and for
Nothing
answering the
guaranteed
questions in the
from
Q&A
this
session.
webinar.
So good job on your innovation. It has a really strong environmental value. So congratulations once again. Now, before we proceed to the next finalist, may I also again call back finalist 11, I believe, if you are here, the previous one. Yeah, Jason, Derek, and Esmond. Are you here on the meeting room? The Eco Rover team, yeah, from Ghana. Are you here with us in the meeting room? Okay, going once, going twice. All right, so I don't think they're here on the Zoom meeting. So let's proceed to our finalist number. Oh, all right. So I think that concludes, yeah, that concludes our finalists, all of our finalists for the Innovation Award presentation, our final pitching session. So I personally commend all of our participants for their innovation, effort, and dedication. Right? So, dear participants, if you can give a virtual reactions, a clap, a heart for your all of your efforts for this afternoon. All right, I can see some reactions. Congratulations, you really did well. And very special announcement, please be informed that we'll be announcing the winners during the award announcement and global celebration, which will happen on the 26th of April this year. That will be on Sunday at 8:30 in the morning until noon, GMT 7 in Phnom Penh and Surabaya, which will be in hybrid mode. So once again, the winners for the Innovation Award, especially for this pitching session, will be included in the award announcement and global celebration during on April 26, 2026. So please keep watching that. At this point in time, before we close our session, we will now be hearing some short messages from our dear mentor judges. So, dear mentor judges, if I'll be calling your name, you can share a short message, especially to our dear finalists. Let us first start with Dr. Zohib Hassan Sain. Sir,
Thank you
over to
so
you.
much, dear presenters, that you have presented your projects in front of us, and never lose your hope, because we are here just to evaluate your projects. So this is a big motivation for all of you, that you have to make improvements in your project so that you can succeed in life. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Zohiv. Next up, we have Mr. Christian Julius Vijaya. Sir?
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for all of your innovation. I think you already present a good innovation to our issues, many issues here, and keep innovating to support our human life and also our environment. Thank you.
I love that. To support our human life. Thank you so much, Mr. Christian. Indeed, innovation is really supporting humanity. And last but not the least, our last mentor judge, we have Dr. Yvonne Soliano. Doc?
Yeah, I'm so happy and grateful to see all of you today. I'm so proud of you and your incredible ideas that you brought today. So please remember that the best invention always born from a strong curiosity and a logical testing process. So don't be afraid to make mistakes and enjoy every step of the learning process. Show us the best work. Thank you.
Awesome. Great words from Dr. Yvonne. Indeed, curiosity is the beginning of all innovations. So, once again, on behalf of the ICIA team, we sincerely thank our judges for their time, expertise, and commitments. All right. So, once again, thank you so much, judges. At this point in time, we will now have and proceed with our Wi-Fi time, our group photo opportunities. So may I request everyone in the meeting room to kindly turn on your cameras for our quick photo opportunity. And please show your best smiles. All right. So again, may I request our participants to kindly turn on your cameras for our quick photo opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much for the clarification.
All right. So I will just count on 1 to 3 for our pictures. Okay, so let's wait for the others. Okay, Agro Guard. Angel, can you turn on your camera? Mahamiro and company. All right. Okay, so let's have our first picture. 3, 2, 1. All right, one more. One more picture. 3, 2, 1. All right, great smiles from everyone. Thank you so much for opening up your cameras for the Wi-Fi time. All right, so again, as we conclude this session, I would like to thank our mentor judges for their valuable time and insights, and especially to our dear finalists, students, congratulations. Your ideas and efforts reflect the true spirit of innovation, and each of you has made this session meaningful. We hope this experience inspires you to continue creating, improving, and making a difference. Once again, thank you for being part of this session and of ICIA 2026. See you in the global announcement and award ceremony. Once again, thank you so much, everyone.
Stop it.
All right. At this point in time, our